I know a fine boy. His name is my choco, my choco. When he smiles, he tickles my heart. When he frowns, he breaks my heart. What he made. What's up here? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Beta. If this is your first time here, you are most definitely welcome. Please don't hit the subscribe button before you leave, and also give this video a very big thumbs up at the end if you enjoy watching it. Guys, see, they will not keep me in this ultimate level. Some of us have turned into choir masters and choir mistresses. Okay, so you see that song I just rendered without me even telling you guys anything. You already know who has that song. You already know who the song was being sung to. You already know who composed the song. But if up till now you still don't know who that song is for, then I need to give you a knock. Of course, it's by the one and only Ebi. And who else should she be singing into except her choco? That's Obi Chuku. So for some time now, yeah, Obi and Ebi have been having some issues here, because Obi have been complaining to Ebi that he doesn't like the fact that every time she offends, she finds it very difficult to say sorry. And when he told her, the auntie did not even argue. She just said, look, I'm very sorry. I know that I don't say sorry enough. I don't even say sorry, but I'm working on it. This one, that one. She was just trying to make peace. She didn't want any problem at all. I mean, she started off fighting. And she was just thinking of a way to just spice things up and all of that. And then Kachi and Rosie were like, okay, why don't you just surprise him with a dinner date? And she was like, okay, cool, that's a very fantastic idea. Next thing, Ebi starts getting ready. Like, she wore a very beautiful dress. I've never seen her wear that dress since she got into the love pad. She wore that dress. She had her hair packed, with makeup. Very nice earrings, which is why I have to go and look for one earring that will be popped, because only Ebi cannot be popping. Now, the whole plan was that Ebi would sit in the courtyard waiting for Obi, although she didn't even tell him anything. She didn't ask him to dress up. She didn't give him any clue at all. So while she was sitting at the courtyard here, Kachi and Chidi Banks then went in and lured Obi out, like, okay, come, I want to tell you something. I want to show you something outside. And they brought him out of the love pad into the courtyard. And then when he saw it, he was like, this girl, go keep person. Even me myself, I was just smiling stupidly. You guys need to have seen the way I was smiling. So when he sat down here, Bolale and Ike were obviously the food attendants, because they were the ones that like, okay, we have this on our menu. You have to start up with Coca-Cola. We'll bring you the dish, this one. And then when they brought the drink, Kachi was the one that now helped them pour the drinks into their glasses and everything. And guys, let me tell you, Obi was surprised. He wasn't even expecting that at all. It was really cute. See, love is sweet. Let's not lie. The guy was just there, all smiles, like his cheeks were up here, and Mita was helping him smile. Next thing, Ebi is like, oh, I'm very sorry. I want to apologize for all the things I've done. I want to do this one. I want to do this one. I am unapologetically in love with you. And then she gave him that song. You see that song that I sang in the beginning? I think we need to do it again, because that's our new anthem. That's our new anthem. I know a fine boy. His name is my choco, my choco. When he smiles, he tickles my heart, and when he frowns, he breaks my heart. And when he sang that song, Obi was like, this girl, who will not even love somebody like you? This one down. She started praying for him, my choco, my honey, my this one, my that one. I was like, auntie, calm down. In fact, she knelt down to beg the guy, and he was like, no, babe, stand up. I've told you, don't ever kneel down to beg me. Stop it. And she was like, no, I don't kneel down anyhow. So if I'm kneeling down to you, you should know that I'm very intentional. I know what I'm doing. And then later on, when they went into the love part, they were talking about marriage and their families, and Ebi was like, I really pray your mom will like me. And then Obi was like, look, that's not the problem. The first thing we need to focus on is, after getting out of this house, we'll go and see my mom, and then go and see your mom. Ebi was like, no. Before that one, we have to go to the other place. And then they're like, okay, the mountain. So they obviously have plans to go to the mountain to pray, to seek the face of God before even meeting families and all that stuff. Look, at this point, I don't even know. All I want is for Ebi to be happy. So if Obi genuinely makes her happy, I really hope he does like her as much as he claims. I hope it's not a game. If it's true, if it's genuine, then I wish them all the best, because my God, when they are expressing love like this, I'm just like, okay. And then while I was still smiling and just very excited about the outcome of the date, Auntie Teresa now wanted to pour sand in my gari. I told you guys that Ike and Bolale were the ones that served them the food and the drinks and all that. And then afterwards, he came back into the love part to meet Teresa. And then Teresa was carrying face like, uncle, why can't you mind your business? Why are you in Obiabi's business? Why are you even a part of this whole dinner thing and everything? Don't you know that they've been giving me some negative vibes? Don't you know that since the nomination on Sunday, they've been giving me attitude, they've been doing this, they've been doing that? And Ike is like, babe, calm down, it's not that deep. Nobody is giving you any attitude. And even if you feel like they're giving you an attitude, why don't you go and talk to them? And she's like, no, that she has talked to them before. I mean, the last time she explained herself to Abby, but this time around, if they want to say anything, they should come and meet her. You are the one that is complaining. You are the one that is saying they are giving you attitude, and you are saying they should come and talk to you. Is it not you that is on the receiving end that will go and talk to Abby? I don't understand. And I really like Ike because he was like, look, babe, you need to calm down. It's not that deep. I'm not getting any negative vibe from them. In fact, I'm not even getting any vibe from them at all. So just relax, relax. Why are you angry? At some point, it was like, reduce your voice. Can't you see that your voice is loud? I'm right here. Reduce your voice. And then while they were still talking about this whole issue, Obi brought chicken for Ike and left. And Ike was like, can you see? You said they are giving you negative vibe. You said they are doing this. This is not him that just brought chicken all by himself now. Like, why are you taking things too serious? Baby, you need to chill. You need to chill. And I think Ike asked Teresa if she would eat chicken. And she's like, no, she doesn't want. Okay, and the guy's like, fine. He started eating his chicken by himself. And then she's like, so you eat all this chicken by yourself? And he's like, babe, I asked you just now. And you said you are not eating. But then they shall settled it amicably because she ate and they shall played and that was it. So yeah, we're good. Okay. Now very quickly, let me touch on Presh David. I need to address something. I've seen a lot of comments like, oh Betta, why do you hate Precious so much? Why do you do this so much? And I need to address it. I don't hate anybody. First of all, I don't even have a favorite in that house, and even if I have one, you guys will never know of it until the last day. That was exactly what happened with Big Brother Naija. I kept on bashing anybody that needed to be bashed and praising just about anybody that needed to be praised. You guys never knew who my favorite was until the last day of the show. And this time around, it's actually even different because relationships differ. So I cannot really say, oh, this is my favorite or this is my least favorite. No, if your relationship is not working, I'll come here and talk about it. If it's working, I'll still come here and talk about it. If you're doing something right, I'll praise you. But if you're not, I will bash you. Like, that's the fact. So if you cannot deal with it, then you might as well stop watching my videos rather than coming here with all your negativity. Oh, you never talk nice about Precious. You're always talking about all the bad things. You just kill yourself. You spoil your keypad because the truth is, I like Precious. So it's not even about Precious. It's about her attitude. Her attitude towards Rosie is bad, and I will keep saying it. And you guys think that I'm just fabricating these things. Now let me tell you guys the message her mom gave to her during their live session yesterday, being Wednesday. Yeah, her mom told her that she has noticed that she now pays more attention to David, but she needs to do more. Her mom now told her that she doesn't like the way she's going about this Rosie's issue, that she needs to forgive Rosie and move on. That was what her own mom told her. So if her mom can see these things and say it, who am I to now keep it? I will say it. If you don't like it, go and sleep. Her behavior towards Rosie is bad. It is terrible. I don't care what you are dragging. You need to let it go. This whole thing is even affecting her game because it's making people see her in a different light. When she got into the house, people were like, oh, Presh is a very nice person. Presh is a nice person. I still believe she's a nice person, but I feel like she's letting hate get the better part of her, and she needs to work on it. Like, it's really, really bad. And then the painful thing about this whole thing is she still doesn't want to let go, because she was telling David that although she will forgive Rosie, but that she's never going to talk to Rosie except on the day she's been checked out. And I'm like, Precious, get it together. What makes you think she's going to even leave before you? Or what makes you think both of you are even going to be there till the last day? Like, just chill, okay? Like, stop, okay? Now let's talk about the couple session with Auntie. Yesterday being Wednesday, Auntie saw some of the couples, I think 4 of them. She couldn't see everybody. She would complete it today, and I'm going to bring you guys that gist tomorrow being Friday or whatnot. But for yesterday, Auntie saw Bola, she saw Ikrisa, she saw J Ketch, and she saw Double Chris. And Auntie was asking them very, very personal questions yesterday. Questions related to marriage, the number of kids, relocation, and just surname changes and all of that, yeah? And then when she was talking to Bola, she asked Bola if she was willing to take over Arnold's surname. By the way, Arnold's surname is Okuni, and she was like, yes, that she's willing to take over the name and all of that. And she's also willing to relocate from Abuja to Lagos because Arnold lives in Lagos, and she has always wanted to move to Lagos because she had plans of taking some courses and whatnot, and that she would like to have 4 kids, but Arnold said he would like to have 3 kids. And they were just talking as if, no, everything is good, like there's there's love everywhere, we're getting married. And I was just looking at Arnold like, I don't understand what happened. You're talking about marriage with the girl you refer to as a task and a challenge. Like, I don't know if Arnold is for real right now. I don't understand that guy. I don't know if he's pretending. I don't know if it's guilt that is disturbing him, because he was just acting like, okay, everything is fine, you know, we're working things out. This one. My eyes are shut on them because I don't understand what they are doing there. Now for Ikrisa, yeah, those ones were just giving us it's a sealed deal type of vibe, like nothing mega, we're in this together. Because Teresa was like, oh, IK assures me every time. IK assures me he got me, like, you know, I got him, he got me. They are sure getting themselves. And she also mentioned that part of the thing that reassures her that she's on the right path is the kind of vibe she gets from her parents whenever she gets a message from them and everything. You know, they're always telling her that we're proud of you, we like IK, you guys are good together, this one, that one. In fact, IK's mom calls Teresa my Agbani, and let me just tell you people, Teresa's mom and IK's mom now talk every day. You know, they're giving us in-law vibes, and that's what I call in-lawism. And Teresa is like, oh, although she lives in Abuja and IK lives in Lagos, that she is definitely relocating to Lagos because she does not want to leave IK alone. Of course, because if you leave him like this, there are sharp babes in Lagos that will just collect the boy sharply. Now for double Chris here, Chris actually wants 3 children, while Chrisville wants just 1 daughter. He's like, oh, if he gets a daughter, he's fine, but if more children come, then that's also okay. And then Antina asked them about relocation. Of course, you guys know that Chris lives in Calabar, while Chrisville lives here in Lagos. Chris was like, although she has always been in long distance relationships and that there's never been a need for her to move into the guy's house or stuff like that, but with Chrisville, that she's willing to take the risk, she's willing to try out new things in this 2020. So she doesn't really mind moving in with Chris in Lagos if he doesn't mind. She actually put that there, you know. So it's a question of, oh, they have to talk things out and just make sure that they know what works and all of that. Oh, and by the way, it was during this their chat session with Tanti that we realized that they've already kissed. They kissed in the private. We did not see it. I was thinking that it would be in the public. But it's fine. Even if I did not watch the kiss, I can already imagine how the kiss went. Because, you know, Chris has a very small mouth. Then, you know, Chrisville has a big mouth. Okay, you know what, better just stop with the picture already. Point is, they've kissed, and you know, that's okay for me. That's very satisfying, okay? Now for J-Ketch, just like I thought, Auntie told them that it's like they have to sit down and talk about a whole lot of things. Because when she was asking them questions, they were just going back and forth. Because Nkechi was like, oh, Jay doesn't know how to show affection that much. And Jay was like, what are you saying? But I washed your clothes now. I gave you perfume, because he brought a perfume from outside the house. Before the show started, he was like, okay, any girl that he gels with, he will give it to her on Valentine's Day and everything. But that she was still busy following Kachi bumper to bumper, and she was like, no, that she wasn't following Kachi, but he was just like, anyways, I shall still kept it for you and I've given it to you, what else do you want, this one, that one. And they were not talking about religion. I've mentioned to you guys before that Nkechi has serious issues with the way Jay handles anything religion. He's always like, oh, I don't necessarily have to pay tithes, I don't necessarily have to go to church every Sunday. If we have kids and the kids want to go to church with you, that's fine, I won't stop them. But for me, the core values I want my kids to have is be kind to people, show love, you know, just do this and all of that. And she's like, no, but what if we have kids and, you know, they start asking questions like, okay, mommy, why is daddy not coming to church with us? What would you expect me to say to them? You know, they just kept on going back and forth, and Auntie's like, you know what, you people go and sit down, talk about these things, because these are things that you need to talk about before thinking about marriage. So if you cannot sort this out, then you know, there's going to be a problem in the future. When Auntie even asked them about relocation, Jay was like, oh, Nkechi has to quit her job here in Lagos and relocate to Port Harcourt because that's where he stays. And Auntie's like, wait, why are you asking her to quit her job and relocate? Do you already have plans and all of that? And Nkechi's like, no, Jay, you two, you have to move to Lagos. They kept on going back and forth, and I'm like, I beg. And just when I said they are beg, Auntie was like, you know what, you people need to go and sit down and trash out this matter, because it seems like you guys are not on the same page yet. You people need to talk things through, because if you are thinking marriage, it's a long-term thing and you really need to consider a whole lot of factors, and you shouldn't be selfish about it, because it's a two-person thing. It's not just about you or what favors you. You need to sit down and be sure that you're making decisions that would not necessarily hurt your partner. You know, just their whole session was just scattered because they were not even on the same page. They did not agree on anything, and I really pray that they sit down and talk about it and just trash it out, because at this point, I don't know what they are doing in the love pad. Now, that's basically all the gist I have for you guys about what happened in the love pad yesterday being Wednesday. Every other thing that happens in the house today, Thursday, I'm definitely going to bring it to you guys tomorrow, being Friday, after the party. You guys know how we do now. After the party, we convene here, you know, and have like our family discussion. Do you understand? Better Family Association. So kindly make it a date with me tomorrow midnight, because I'm sure that's when my video will go up. Obviously the party starts at 9:30 p.m. and then the party for about 1 hour 30 minutes, and I'll have to film, edit, and post. So all of that is going to take about roughly some hours. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to bring you guys the gist. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching it, I mean if you watched up until this point, then please give this video a very big thumbs up, because I don't understand why you'll be keeping your thumbs to yourself. Even if you want to thumbs it down, it's fine, just give me a thumb, no argument. All right, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.